1. Lay on, gunner fire. Let's have one piece.
Actually, a gentleman was walking by our camp yesterday, and we went up in a discussion with him the chirurgeon, and we were discussing the chirurginate, and he mentioned that he was going up to the top to retrieve his cannon.
Oh, okay.
So, because he was going home. The two checks seem to have learned.
Oh. Marshall 2 signal clock is running.
Bridge 2.
Let's watch this. Oh, we have a breakout already because the mid didn't come up to the end.
Breakout, really?
The mid didn't come up to the end.
We got a breakout on bridge 2.
That is ridiculous.
That is a failure of command. What happened?
There's a failure to communicate.
No, they.
Oh, maybe that was the plan. I don't know, but
Really, they've contained the bridge 2 again. That's
there is a theory where if you let them bulge into you or you surround them, you have more attack on their frontage.
Sure, you stretch their
You
front
let them
line.
get into a kill pocket, and you can actually attrit them that way.
If you would not mind.
That would be It's an interesting approach, actually. It really makes it.
Here we go.
There's no breakout, or there is a breakout. There's no breakout.
Or it got contained.
It's apparently contained.
It's contained, really.
Thank you very, very much. Yes, this was gonna get the gold star. I got a broken leg. I can't do anything, Bill.
They weren't supposed to move them anyway. They should have been in the pile. One wonders if they will replace them where they got them from. I know what the probability is.
So Carl, you are. Where is your optimism?
I'm being optimistic. I didn't say there's no fucking way they're doing it. I said one wonders.
That's true. That's true. You did indeed. You said that.
I give them the benefit of the doubt.
it's really hard in this wind.
Oh, there's tennis balls coming over.
The projectiles are big, they have a lot of surface area, and they're not very heavy. So if the wind catches it, it's going to go somewhere.
They do have a crosswind to deal with, so there's that.
And it could take them all the way up here, especially in combat, with stupid arrows. Although in truth, I don't see very many.
I don't think combat archery is active, just siege.
No,
is that breakout on Bridge 1?
There
Yeah.
is combat archery. But
No, led by the king of Alphamar.
There's indeed a breakout on Bridge 1.
And there go the reserves.
Wow.
Again.
Now that they've opened it up. Let's see if they have sufficient reserves.
Looks like the East is bringing reserves over to Bridge 1 to rush across.
Yep, they're going to try to cross it.
Lock it.
Try to flank the. I bet you they're going to try to come back and flank the two checks.
Well, they'll probably flank the other bridges.
They're not going to make it though because look at the. No, they're just going to press the advantage there.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Into the reserves. It's interesting. This is actually the reverse of the. This is the reverse of the last battle.
Just stepped into the river.
Instead of Bridge 5 breaking out,
Marshall saw
they
that.
broke out Bridge 1, but yet they contained the force. They contained the breakout force on the far side.
It's not as contained though. This is probably a problem for the mid.
The Dark Guard, it looks like, is Dark Guard being deployed, or are they just repositioning? It's repositioning.
They're turning to face that direction, but they're not
Two
moving.
is starting to get smacked. He's getting entertained.
Well, almost 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Last one they did in 8 minutes. Let's see what they do here with this one. Not sure that there's. Oops.
It looks so different with, you know, a little altitude here. Unless
Yeah.
somebody got that one.
Actually, a simple day of the Mid-Rome War practice. They have it at the 4-H Leadership Center now, and over the field views for the field battles, there is an observation tower,
That's cool.
Well, that hit someone.
and I've gotten up in it to film, and it's great. Higher than this.
Yep, Dark Guard has deployed, it looks like.
Like they basically got to. Nothing's happening where they are, and they have to contain the breakout.
Yep, and almost 6 minutes of a lap.
There's Legion Dark Yard. Does that hold?
I don't know. Gotta wait for.
No, they don't. They're not acting like it.
Marshal 1 calls it though. Or Marshal 2 is running it now. They're also.
Is Mid-Rome abandoning Bridge 4?
Looks like it. The Mid-Rome is pulled back from Bridge 4.
What the heck is going on?
I think they're hoping to pincer those guys and then take the bridges back.
I really don't see that they're. Well, I mean, they do have significant numbers in reserve on Bridge 5, and they could.
Assuming the two Czechs will listen and break up their forces, they almost never do. I mean, I don't. Not that they listen, but then they'll break up their forces if they're told to. I don't know if they're being told to.
Oh God, they're gonna be. Yep.
Condom always do. I like it this way.
Maybe you're right. Maybe political guns that important.
No, they're not.
They miss it every time they fire.
Even if they hit, they only have so many bullets, and killing a dozen guys per engine is not that
Yeah.
big a deal in a battle this size.
The combat archers in general are a little bit more effective.
Yeah,
So why even have it?
because it's fun.
It's fun.
Actually, they bring them because actually a lot of people store them here, have storage trailers because they're a pain in the rear to haul around. And they use them in the castle battle. If you hit the gate with them so many times, they have to open the gate.
Yep.
And so they're useful for scenario things, not for battles like this. But if you have them, you might as well use them.
They used to actually do a pretty good job against the castle. The castle, they could hit pretty well.
Yeah.
I know that as long as you're not distracted, all you have to do is look at the sky and see a boat moving.
Yeah.
True.
What's more effective is the trebuchets with finish ball ammunition. They load a whole bunch into the thing and just fling grape shot at them. They can hit a whole bunch of guys in one shot if you're lucky. And or good.
Yeah, I've told people
It's really interesting. The battle has just been sort of working its way up the field.
I've told people a few times in my life in the SDS if I wanted to fight, I'd be a crew siege engine.
Oh, goodness, really?
There's some guys that are real easy to spot, like Sir Ish and his Jaguar jammies and Morian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know a siege engineer.
Interesting.
Moonwolf's wife. I'm trying to think of her name. I should know it. She is a siege engineer, and once she forgets which king it was, but she called a shot and picked him off with her ballista.
Kings are always targets.
Yep.
Here comes.
There's a whole lot of not much.
I have not seen Lucian out there. I'm assuming he is. Unless something's wrong.
I didn't see him at muster.
Ooh.
He basically has to be at closing ceremonies.
Overshot.
Looks like they're finally advancing across Bridge 5. Trying to catch the two
Marshal
Czechs
1
in
signal 10
pincher,
minutes have elapsed.
but they didn't count on those reserves.
That trebuchet, so you can see the tennis balls. It's much more effective. still.
This is going to be kind of interesting. They may hold it out.
Now, there's a
Yeah.
really big mass here on 5.
Well, if and only if they get back on a bridge, because if they actually hold up to 15 minutes, but they're in the field, they're all dead.
True. Means that they're going to try to. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Really?
But they're advancing into the
Well, it just surprises me that two checks did not.
countercharge.
Yeah, the two checks did
Now,
not.
as the mid-realm sent guys down to the other 2 bridges, the other 3 bridges.
There they go.
Well, the mid-realm was trying to use its reserves to occupy the other bridges, which is a very interesting strategy.
Well, that's the score condition, isn't it?
Yeah, they understand the victory conditions very well.
Yeah, that's a big thing that's drilled in mid-realm war practices and command meetings.
Know the victory
Know
conditions.
know the goal. If you don't know the goal, you're gonna lose.
That makes sense. You got to understand what is your objective.
There's a story that goes around the mid-realm rapier community that of way back when Pennsic started rapier town battles. There was a scenario in which the objective was for the 2 armies to go into the town and collect the treasure. You know, there were MacGuffins scattered around the buildings. You had to get them back to your marshal point. In the mid-realm, understanding the objective, went in, grabbed the goodies, and left, leaving the East in total possession of the town.
Marshall, 3 minutes to go.
And the Eastern Army and their allies started celebrating in the middle of town when the cannon fired because they thought they'd won because they were in complete possession of the field. But then we counted the score. And then that scenario didn't make a comeback.
Right.
They've got a great big wagon full of ammunition for their ballistas. They're not running out anytime soon. I think the 2 checks are actually out. They're just kind of standing there. Really get more ammo. They ran out in the field. They ran out in the tower battle.
Yeah.
Marshall 1, signal 2 minutes to go.
So did North Shield just not bring in a lot of heavy fighters? So notice their king kind of runs around by himself without a guard.
What kind of guy he is.
Okay.
No, they brought fighters.
Okay. And he stood in the rapier championships and won.
Can't be sure. You can't hear the same, but
I think they're not.
There's a dispute between the 2 fighters that are more.
Copy.
Not unusual, sadly.
Marshall 1, signal 1 minute to go.
Copy that. Thank you.
Yeah. The glare of the sun is hard for me to see where my camera is pointing. I keep missing stuff.
Seconds.
White Talon is pushing him right off the bridge.
Request your presence triage. On my way.
15 seconds.
Don't chase them off.
5 seconds.
Don't walk off the bridge.
15 minutes, gunner fire.
There's still someone on the bridge.